I cried, my heart full, and I took to the task. But then it hit me. I was duped. We all know who her true pet was. Her precious Matthew. So clever, so witty. She was crazy gleeful in his presence. But to her credit, our mom gave fully in each of her roles as a wife, daughter, sister, aunt, friend, grandmother, and great-grandmother. She was a rock in whom we could always count upon. She was fiercely loyal. Cross her, bad idea. Cross anyone she loved, God help you. She had many monikers: Mom, Barbara, Bobby, Bobby Boo, and the all-time favorite, the Iron Fist. Just last night, I happened across a good friend of my brother's from high school who offered condolences, followed by, "She was a great woman." And then he said with a grin and a shake of his head, "And she always saw us coming from a mile away." Yep, the Iron Fist. She had a few jobs following high school graduation. A bank teller was one. She always had her checkbook balanced to the penny, and overall she was a great manager of money who could stretch a dollar better than anyone. And she always loved a good bargain. Later on, she was a hostess for Capital Airlines, which today is United Airlines. She was based in Norfolk, Virginia. At the same time, my dad was with the Navy stationed in Virginia Beach, where their courtship began, and the rest is history. Bobby had a wicked sense of humor. There were times when she said and did things that caught us by surprise, especially in her later years. We could count on her to be the capital T in trouble, and she could really get her grandkids going. She would often end up in gossip session with the kids, mostly to stuff that we were not privy to. When she was in the hospital in the weeks before she passed, the staff seemed to get a kick out of her too. As she moved from room to room, several of them came looking for her just to check in. She was so appreciative to know she was afforded such amazing care. We were very blessed growing up in Little Silver with our mom and dad, forging great friendships and enjoying wonderful neighbors, many of whom we maintain treasured friendships with to this day. As a family, we traveled whenever and wherever we could, to Florida, Bermuda, Hawaii, and even had the chance to bring my mother's father back to Ireland to see his family after 50 years of being away. Amazing memories. And maybe because of her experience with the airlines, she could do most things on the fly, and there was little that could deter her. One time we had planned to drive to Florida, but her car broke down. So a friend drove Bobby and me to the Buick dealership, Shrewsbury Avenue. She pointed to a few cars in our price range and asked me which one I liked. I was about 9, I couldn't believe my luck. And of course, I was immediately drawn to the one with the really cool turquoise and cream plaid upholstered seats. We drove off the lot, and the next day, we were on our way as planned. Some of the best times were those drives to and from Florida, listening to 8-track tapes, waiting to hear Mom occasionally try to sing along, which was a rare treat because she was painfully tone deaf. But true to good Bobby form, she continued traveling the world, near and far, right up until the very end, and she loved every minute. As an aside, I would like to wish my sister Dina a very happy birthday today. I'm sure I'm not the first to do so, but out of habit I figured I could wait. It was always our mom rushing to be the first ones to wish us a happy day. With a nod and a wink, we would all just wait to call, so whosever day it was, they could enjoy that special moment with her. Our mom loved deeply. She was kind and fair, always fashion forward. She was smart, beautiful, and strong. She was generous, honest, fun, and selfless. We thank you for everything you did for and gave to us, Bobby. We love you.